What's up, guys? All right, Curtis Johnson here, President Managed by Stats, and I am joined by none other than Mark Jepson,
Hey, guys.
Chief Operations Officer.
Yep.
Yeah, we were just ripping on the poorly designed Apple Magic Mouse and how you have to charge it on the bottom.
On the very bottom, like what?
Seriously, how silly of a design is that?
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah, it's super weird. And then thanks to the BYKH guys who are also they should be hopping in here. Hopefully we'll see. They're throwing this live up on their group as well. But as I'm sure most of you guys know, if you are joining us for this guy, we are going to be talking about some things you can do PPC wise, mainly focused for Black Friday.
Yep. A little bit on the SEO aspect of your listings, but mainly on PPC. Thinking smartly with PPC for Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool stuff. Damon, why don't you double check? You want to make sure that we're all good on the live side? Yeah, because I want to make sure that we're not just rambling pointlessly over here, which, it could be fun, but just for us and not so much for you. Yeah, because Black Friday is what, like
2 weeks?
2 weeks away.
Yep.
A little over 2 weeks, like 16 days or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We are definitely live. So then we don't want to waste any time on this. If you guys saw the description for this particular event, you'll see kind of some of the stuff we're going to cover. But I figure we just jump right in, eh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Mark is obviously, as you guys know, going to dive in a lot more on this stuff than I will.
Awesome. Cool. So Black Friday is coming up, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and kind of just wanted to talk over some, points that everyone kind of knows and thinks with for leading up to a, Black Friday, Prime Day, this kind of stuff, right? But also some things PPC wise that not everyone thinks with, and the pros think with it. People who've been doing this for many years think with it because they've seen how it actually ends up going. What you'll see a lot of right now is Amazon and some people will be saying, hey, increase your bids, increase your exposure right now, get that kind of, get your product and your brand out there in front of people's faces. Now, that's not necessarily wrong or a bad thing to do. Okay, there's a couple elements that need to be thought with if you're doing that. So to kind of go to both extremes here, if you are Nike, right, or a big brand company,
and you have an unlimited budget,
exactly, it makes sense to do that. You want to have a bunch of exposure going out and people seeing your product, seeing your brand, and then adding it to their cart, adding it to their wish list. Doing different things to kind of get those products better ranking, more exposure. And then, of course, more PPC. You're going to be spending more on PPC while you're doing that. That is an okay thing to do because you then hit Black Friday and Cyber Monday. People are now buying. They're buying from their wish lists or from their carts or whatever. And you've also been pushing really hard to get that ranking. So your product is you've been spending a lot of money to get your rank, keep your ranking up there while we're building up to Black Friday, so that on the day of Black Friday through Cyber Monday, you have that good organic ranking. That makes sense as a strategy for a large company or a company that has money to spend doing it that way. That's a very smart thing to do. If you don't have a budget to just throw down like that, and you're working your brand up, or you've been around for several years and you want to think with, okay, how can you best optimize Black Friday through Cyber Monday? This is kind of what you need to think with. And let me just share my calendar. Are you able to share my screen?
Yeah,
okay,
you're
perfect. So here's the calendar. Today's the 11th. We have Black Friday is here on the 26th. Cyber Monday is here on the 29th. So if we're thinking with how to make sure we get our ads smartly spent, our ad money, our advertising budget smartly spent leading up to and during this time, this is a strategy that a lot of pro sellers and experienced sellers will do. So we'll touch on this. I actually forgot to touch on the listing point, but we'll touch on that afterwards. So the concept here is that you do have a lot of window shoppers leading up to Black Friday, right? Just in the previous example, you have people that are advertising their brand. They take those products, put them into their wish list, put it onto their, whatever list, their Christmas list or whatever, and then you get a bunch of buys, right? But if your product is not a huge brand, or is not, you're still competing with a lot of other brands, bigger brands out there, and you want to spend your budget wisely, you want to accommodate for all those people that are now doing the window shopping leading up to Black Friday. So generally it's about, 4 to 5, maybe 6 days out from Black Friday. So if you kind of look at your calendar again, anywhere from kind of Sunday, the 21st, leading up to the 26th. So the 21st, 22nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So these days here is where I would think with this first part of the strategy. You don't want to be spending huge gobs of money being super competitive during these days. Yeah, you still want to have advertising going, but you don't want to have crazy bids, because you're going to be bidding for window shoppers. And that's going to actually hurt your conversion. So you could actually see your ranking go down those days while you're bidding super aggressively, because you're not getting conversions. You're getting a bunch of people that are looking at it. If they don't put it in their wish list or they don't put it in their cart, you're getting even worse scenario. So you could lose ranking even though you're bidding super aggressively.
Do you happen to know if Amazon gives any credit if they throw it in their cart? Or
yes,
okay, so they still give you a little bit of credit. Yeah. But they have to actually do that converting.
Right. If you're not getting that conversion, you're not getting the conversion. That's apples to apples, right? So you do get a little bit of brownie points, a little bit of love, whatever it is on the BSR algorithm that they use.
Right.
But if you don't get those conversions, you could be actually harming your BSR during those days.
Right.
And harming your organic ranking. So. And then on the other aspect there is, if you have a budget, let's say you're thinking with, okay, I'm going to spend, $2,000 or $1,000 or whatever it is during that time period, you could spend 80% of that budget before Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So now what's going to happen is you've spent all this money, and we hit Black Friday the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. You could be out of budget. Now you're out of budget. Your ad's not going out there. Your product's not being advertised. Maybe you hit, the first half of the 26th Friday, and that's it. Your budget's gone. So this is something that a lot of sellers kind of maybe don't necessarily think with. There's 3 or 4 little steps here that you have to think with. So
in other words, you got to kind of think through each of these days is not created equally, essentially.
That's right.
Yeah,
absolutely. So the concept here is you want your ads to still be going for this first portion, the 21st to the 25th, but you don't want to be super aggressive. You don't want to be bidding top dollar. You don't want to be trying to push for position 1, because you're just going to be bleeding money. So the idea here is you want to basically decrease your aggression level, so decrease your bids little by little over those 5 days, or just bring it down on the 21st and kind of keep your bids maybe at suggested or a little bit below suggested bid, not trying to be super aggressive. Look at those bid numbers, see what makes sense to you, but you don't want to be aggressive. That's the key point. On the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th, those are the days where you want to spend your budget, the majority of your budget, and you want to be super aggressive. Again, there's different aspects to this as well. You could be not trying to take huge advantage of Black Friday. If you have a product that maybe doesn't quite do well on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, pretty much every product will do better during those times. But if you don't want to be crazy aggressive, you don't have to be bidding, higher than the highest bid. What I suggest is as a kind of a default, something to start with, and then determine kind of budget and how aggressive you want to be. What I would start with is on the 26th to the 29th, having your bids, increasing your bids by 25%. So think with it percentage-wise. You're decreasing your bids maybe 20 or 15% before, and then for the 21st to the 25th, and then increase it 25% during 26 through 29. So now you're being aggressive, but you can then be either more aggressive or not aggressive. So you can go 25% or 50% or 100% above what you were doing before the 21st. So now you're being basically more aggressive than you're normally being. And then on the 29th, at the end of the 29th, basically for the 30th and the 1st of December, you now have a scenario where everyone's shopped and they're done shopping.
They're in shopping coma.
They're in shopping coma, and they've spent all their money. And so you generally see, every year we see this, impressions, buying patterns. You just see a huge drop in the number of people actually going and shopping online. They've spent everything. They're done. Well, for whatever the scenario is, they're just not shopping online. So generally what you see is the 30th and the 1st, the 30th of November, the 1st of December, people are not shopping. So you now have to think with, okay, now you need to take your aggression level down, even lower than where you were at from the 21st to the 25th. So you're basically bringing it way down. And then on the 2nd of December, okay, bring it back up to what you were at starting on the 20th, right? Before you started decreasing your budgets leading up to Black Friday. So that's this kind of little roller coaster that you have to think with, and you have to either have an AI that does this or go in and manually do it. You have to make those adjustments because they're hard changes that have to happen. And if you don't do that, you're likely to lose out, either spending too much money leading up to Black Friday, not having enough money during Black Friday through Cyber Monday, and then spending more money afterwards when people aren't actually converting. So again, you're going to have those scenario where it's not window shoppers, it's just no one shopping. You're bidding super high. You're not going to get a lot of clicks. You're not going to get a lot of ad spend, but it's just going to be wasted. It's kind of wasted aggression. So that's kind of the thing that not everyone's thinking with. It's a very smart strategy to do. It definitely saves your budget if you do it this way. If you have a large budget, okay, apply this same strategy with your large budget. Don't be so crazy aggressive leading up to Black Friday. You have a huge budget, spend it during Black Friday through Cyber Monday, and then tone it back down for 2 days, and then bring it back up to normal on December 2nd.
Like, is it even the kind of thing where if you have like a crazy unlimited budget, you still want to use that same kind of spending pattern, right?
Absolutely, because now you could be using a huge portion of your budget leading up to Black Friday, or even if you're like, I don't care about the budget, you're going to use money that's not going to convert. And while, okay, maybe if you have money to just burn, to keep you warm, then okay, maybe, that's fine, do that, but you're still wasting it. It's still wasted ad spend.
Instead, you can actually just send it. I have a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
If you want to burn money, you can just send it to me instead.
Yeah. So that's the general concept. Some other aspects, and we'll take questions if there's any on that, but some other general aspects is, okay, make sure your listing is Black Friday ready. Take some make sure that there's something in there that kind of mentions running out of stock, or take advantage of Black Friday, or whatever it is. Somehow get that in there somewhere. If you have keywords that you want to go after that makes sense for that, for your category, that kind of makes sense with Black Friday, find those, bid on those, of course. But yeah, that's kind of the general concept. So let's take a breather right there.
Yeah, it's actually perfect timing. I know that we want to cover this later. Do we want to cover the advertising manager stuff now? I have a question literally on it.
Yes, we can touch on that. Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Alex, shout out to Alex. How's it going, bud? Is there an easy way to make broad increases to budget and keyword bids without having to do them individually? We have 100 plus campaigns running, each one with multiple ad groups and lots of keywords. That would be a nightmare to update individually.
Yes, absolutely. So
screen share?
Yeah, we'll do a screen share. Inside of Managed by Stats, we have the advertising manager. here, advertising. And the best way to do this is we don't quite have every single little feature in here that would cover all the things I just talked about, but we do have a couple aspects. So on the keywords tab, what I would do is thinking with, all the best performing keywords. Let's say I just took, I have 3,000 in here, but I'll just take the top 50 that I have here. I'll select all. And what we'll want to do is create a schedule for all of these. And we can do this in bulk. And basically what you're going to do is leading up to Black Friday, so the week on the 21st, basically, you're going to want to set this up, and then you'll want to take it off afterwards. But on the 21st, we can look at the days here, Monday, Tuesday. So the 21st is Sunday, so 22nd would be Monday. So what I would do is for this day, I would, let's see, I wouldn't be increasing stuff. So I wouldn't want to do this here. What I would want to do is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then Monday. That's what we'd want to do. We want to boost these. Let me just redo that. Click on boost first. So now what we're doing here is we're boosting, and we're going to set this thing will set it. We can do it certain hours of the day, so we don't have to do the whole day. We can do, let's say, 6 a.m. through, let's do late into the night because people like to shop late at night. So I'll do it like that. Whoops. Gotta watch your mouse. Apple mouse. But I didn't want to do Thursday. Here we go. So we do Friday.
Yeah, turkey day. Yeah. Just straight food coma.
Yep. No need doing it there. Saturday. Sunday. Okay, perfect. So what I would do here is I would go, okay, depending on what, how aggressive you wanted to be. So on these days, I would probably do 25% as a base. That way I know that the bids that I'm going to be bidding on for all these keywords are going to be increased by that amount, and it's now set. And then of course afterward I'd want to go back and remove these after Cyber Monday. So that's just something you can use. Quick update in here. You just save that, and now goes to all of your things. Another key point on that is kind of an side note. Let me just get rid of this so you can see the differences. You can also look at your suggested highest sales hours. So right now I'm looking at Amazon kind of total highest sales hours. But if you have, if you want to look at just your own products, you can click on that in here and now see when your products are actually selling the best. So here you can see I'm getting some good sales at these hours. So you can kind of use that as well to determine what you want to do. Cool.
I'm sure some of the buying patterns though shift a little bit with Black Friday.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's a little bit more steady across the boards.
Yeah, and I would probably use the global settings here because that's just going to be more broad. You want to catch more public or more clients, customers. Wrong words. So there you go. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the best way to answer that question, Alex. If someone doesn't have MBS, is there an easy way of doing it?
No,
not really, right?
Not really.
It's pretty brutal.
There's other software out there that does, day parting and stuff.
Yeah, but we don't shamelessly plug other people's software here.
Exactly. And, but yeah, otherwise I would go, okay, think with how to, what you want to do. Another way to do that in here, am I still sharing?
You are now.
Okay. Another way to do that is if you select all, you can do it on the day of. So, okay, the day before. So Thanksgiving or the day before Thanksgiving. Probably actually you need to do it on Thanksgiving kind of later in the day. So this is not the best, but this is a manual way to do it. Is go into here on actions, and you can change the bid, raise it by 25% for all the ones that you clicked on. So that's another way you can do it manually, and then then you'd have to think with the 30th, decreasing your bids by probably 35%, and then back up to normal after that.
Right. Yeah, and I guess all the percentages don't kind of equal out perfectly when you do it that way, but it still kind of achieves the same product for sure.
Right.
Those that are not currently using Advertising Manager, we do have free trial.
Yeah, that's right. So like even if you use it and you only use it for Thanksgiving, like, not that this is great for us particularly, but you can.
You do have a 2-week free trial.
What's that?
Nobody heard me.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. You get a 2-week free trial for the advertising managers. So if you hate the rest of the advertising manager, go use it for free for 2 weeks to cover.
Yeah, and don't use it now though. Use it on the 16th. Start on the 16th.
Or you could use it always, which would be kind of okay with us too. I guess.
Exactly.
We're really good at sales over here at Managed by Stats, so what else?
Sweet. I think that's basically it. Yeah.
For that strategy, or do we have anything else we wanted to cover on that? That was kind of the main.
That was the main thing. I think that's just the main concept here is, if you want to spend wisely during Black Friday through Cyber Monday, implement something like this or implement this exactly.
Yeah.
It'll definitely save you. If this is your first time experiencing Black Friday, do not do this, because it's definitely going to save your money. For those of you out there that have just been doing this for years, hats off to you. This is definitely a smart thing to do. This is something that I've been doing and a lot of my friends have been doing for years. So it definitely saves budgets and maximizes the return.
Awesome. And then let's see. What are there any other? As Danon just posted up in there. Do you guys have any other questions? Also, Alex, did that answer your question? Let me know on that. So if you guys have any, doesn't even have to be obviously Black Friday or even PPC related questions. If you guys have any questions you want to hit us with, do it now because we're going to end in a minute here. But otherwise we'll probably do another Black Friday related thing, I would say next week as well.
Yeah.
Just because, 'tis the season. It a little bit terrified me and upset me a little bit that I put Christmas trees on our thumbnail because it reminded me that we're basically in Christmas time. Yes. Especially, seeing Starbucks has already shifted over all of their stuff. Like, what is
it's all happening
on?
Really early.
Yeah, same
for
with
a
Target.
lot of different companies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was like I'm starting to realize that I guess Thanksgiving is sort of just like an extension, or it's like pre-Christmas, but it's still I feel like it's a Christmas holiday at this point.
It basically is, especially this year.
Yeah, especially this year. Awesome, guys. Well, then I'm not seeing any other questions. So do us a favor. If you thought this was valuable, go ahead and share to anyone you think. It'll be available if you missed the first little bit of it also. The second we end this broadcast, the live broadcast, you guys will get a chance to watch it from the beginning if you missed anything. Other than that, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next Thursday where we'll cover something else, probably, I would say, Black Friday related. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Good. Well, take care, and happy hunting.